When a team needs improvement or just have a vacancy, the coach manager is called in to call a specialist. In big companies, that specialist is usually known as the HR or Human Resources Manager. The human resource staff do more than just find stars for their team. And today, me and my group will assess this role in further details and explain the importance of having this role in a company. I wish you to enjoy the video and thank you so much.
Hello guys, my name is Thomas, this is my colleague.
Salvi. Kashan.
Company Darbo, because it's airline premium class breakfast solutions, we believe that we have a good HR solution, the only thing that you like in your big company. 1879, and now it became airline premium breakfast solution there. And the first day the company we found was only interested in jams and honey, and using that they became on top of Austrian jam markets, and now they're starting to introduce your product to the airline. So the way you are known in airline business is because your company makes special packaging, which is delivered in airlines on premium as a premium breakfast solution with your food when you get on breakfast.
What's the human resources? Let me explain in general what does it mean. Human resources is the department if any company that is for any company actually who is managing all of the employees. Same time being also a voice and representative of all of them. The job of human resources today is to make the people and the organization itself bigger and more efficient. Let's go back to history of the HR. It's believed that the first personnel management department began at National Cash Register in 90s, according to the HR magazine article. In the 90s, major trend emerged where employees were seeking increasing flexibility, which was part-time arrangements in the hours. Let me explain why and what is the purpose and benefits of HR for your company. So the job of human resources, as I said before, is to make people and organization grow. And the human resources management is focused on a number of major areas, including recruiting and staffing, compensation and benefits, training and learning, labor and employee relations, as well organization development. It's crucial that all of the employees are completely aware of what the HR department does, why they are there, how they can help them, and the most importantly, the people they need to turn to with problems, questions. The last one is company principles. Every organization will have a purpose of being on the market. Intent and principle which need to be upheld, and it begins with the HR department by them spreading the intent to the staff.
Strategic management is the process linked with strategic goals of business in order to improve the performance of the company, and it involves recruiting, hiring and managing employees. Delivery approaches can be different because the companies can be private, public or voluntary. Also, it depends on the service that the company is delivering. So, for example, if it is a retail or manufacturing, the location, so if it is local or national, and also on the size. So the different models can be centralized. So in a centralized model means that the HR collaborates together with the primary employees in order to give the best performance of the company. And here their role is training, prepare payrolls, and is all located into the main office. Also, the main aim of such approach is to preserve human resources decisions and strategies with high-skilled individuals, and usually individuals at this levels are individuals that are fully trained or have a qualification such as a degree, or they meet the requirement criteria for this. The other type of the delivery approaches is decentralization, and usually this is the type where companies have different locations. So the department, each location controls its own individuals, and for example, each department is responsible for its own personal payrolls, and it allows to adapt the specific business climate of the individual site. And according to French, the primary goal of decentralized human resources department is to give autonomy to the different locations, so the individuals can work more independently and do not have to rely on a team. And however, the actual results of this form of human resource management is often disorganized, because individuals don't always meet the deadline required to submit, like for example work, or and also it fails to follow the standards requested, or the ineffective application of those standards. It's account management, and on this approach, individuals are professional HR team, and they work in collaboration with individuals who, in order to ensure quality and strategic direction. So, in regards to the relationship between HR and the organization, has to be positive in order to meet a good performance, to meet a good standards, to achieve good performance of the company. And quality and innovation also, it's important. So it's important that the HR always give more incentives to the employees to give the best of them. So for example, bonuses or little rewards. Also, it is important to take into consideration variables and independent variables, because not all the employees are the same. Another job of the HR is recruitment. The purpose of recruitment is to attract the best people outside and to make sure that they fit the position advertised, and that the requirements needed are all met. The training should be equal for everyone, so everyone get the same equality and opportunity. Also, it is a legal requirement to inform all the applicants about how the details are restored, and how this is how the company preserves their privacy. And the applicants should also have the opportunity to understand how the application is processed, and how and whether reasons for rejected or accepted applicants.
Another important part of the HR process is the recruitment and selection, which the human resources are responsible for managing the recruitment and selection process, which are carefully planned and developed by HR specialists. They create the employment planning, such as putting an entry position that requires experience, is just one of the methods HR uses to acquire successful recruitment and attain a number of employees. And then I'm going to talk about the effective process. Effective recruitment process is vital to day-to-day activities in all organizations, as they often seek for people that will contribute to the company's future needs. And effective selection process is understanding the job internally and training staff to develop the selection system. In addition, diversity is just an ordinary matter for the organization, since when they're recruiting, they cannot discriminate anyone, as they must obey the Equality Act 2010, which enforces recruiters and organization to see the applicants set by their of skills and not by their gender, religion, or race. Organization with diversity has an edge over those that don't. And I'm going to talk about the ethical issue, which is really hard to handle for most of the companies since it arises in benefits and employment and health and safety.
Okay, so training is the most difficult part of recruitment circle in the aviation industry. Because the aviation industry is one of the biggest ones at the moment and still growing, as we haven't reached its all potential, you know. So there are four main reasons about those difficulties. First will be airlines competing in the global market. That means they have all the employees come from different parts of the world, have any different reasons to come to the company and bring different cultures. It might be a good thing for diversity, at the same time it brings some difficulties as well. The second part would be candidates or passengers. Most of the people in the world, they go to apply for aviation jobs, being a passenger in their life, when they're kids, and even now. So they know what to do and they know what to expect from others. It also helps, but it's still a difficulty because they might expect more than you can actually deliver. The third will be growing and training talent. Globally mobile employees will use this point as a stepping stone. So it might be a difficulty for you to keep the talent in your company as well. And the last one, passenger safety and employees' well-being. Everybody wants to have a good relationship with their colleagues, enjoy the working with them, because the teamwork delivers dream work. So the companies are usually taking 7 steps to overcome the aforementioned difficulties. So the first one will be data-informed job analysis. It helps to identify the needed qualities and the competence from the potential employees, you know. The second will be technology assistance. These days, technology is a big part of everyday life, recruiting as well. That means it's easier to access self-evaluation surveys. So for example, if somebody want to be a candidate in your company, they can go to your website. There'll be some small surveys, you know, to see if the company is the person is good enough, the mentality and stuff like this. The third will be quick and efficient assessment. That means in less time you can assess more customers, more potential employees. So a small survey or something, a smaller group activity, see the best features about your candidates. One will be insights from talent analytics. That means you can bring somebody from the current team, invite a current employee that says his experience because he already passed the assessment center, like delivers this experience from what he has done. It might have in the future. The fifth one would be application initiatives, often reward points or small rewards, or just going to an interview. That means you invite the customers to try to get in your company. Feels more appealing, that means it's going to attract more customers and more employees as well. The sixth one will be rejecting with empathy. Not every employee will be successful after your assessment center, but still you have to reject them with kindness and give them motivation to continue and try again. Maybe they will improve themselves and then come back stronger. And the last one will be providing career advice. As I mentioned before, not everyone is successful, but the guys you reject, you can give them some kind of tips, or give them career advice, what they can do to provide their self-presence. That means next time they come back to this job or maybe any other, they look more serious and will be better for an industry itself.
In conclusion, we can say that the job of human resources today is to make people and organization grow. And we have a control models where employees are expected to adhere with management's order but not expected to go above and beyond of it. Commitment model managers confirm more with employees' own decisions and allow employees more secrecy in the execution of their jobs. Thank you.